Arizona, which was kind of just specialist only. They rank you and stuff like that. And sent it to NFL prospect, to scouts and stuff like that. So it was more, you know, as a snapper, as a kicker, as a punter, you're not going to get all that love and stuff like that. So that gets sent out, and then coming here, I knew you're gonna have guys like Chase, D. Bush doing all the field work. So I had nothing to lose. Going into it. There's a thing that me and my dad kept talking about. Is like I got nothing to lose. The only thing I have to do is to gain. So, I thought I did really well snapping and blocking wise. Because that's what it comes down to. And being in a pro style, punt system here at Michigan, I feel really prepared. No matter, I didn't play as much as I would have liked here, but I had 6 starts, under my belt, and I feel good about that going in, and gonna send some film out to some teams because I was surprised about it. I didn't even know how many people were watching me. I kind of had the blinders on and stuff like that, and all I know is that Tyler Brown, our kicking coach, Will Hart, Jake Moody, and Quinn, the specialists that stuck around and watched, said you snapped really well, and I was like, I had nothing to lose, so I felt good. When they told me, he's like, I'm good. Like I think it was the Steelers special teams coach was kind of facilitating stuff. Like I had a script going into my position work, and he kind of took over, which I was glad because at the end of the day you want to see that happen. But he said I'm good, and then I just kind of wanted to keep snapping, but I felt like I did really well in terms of position work. And I knew, Coach Herb and the staff, I've been interning with them and training with them. They said, you might not be, a pro day all-star in terms of, your times and stuff like that. Right. But as long as you show that you're fluid, that you can move, like, as a snapper, I guess you could say semi-athletically, your field, your position works is going to be where you're going to make your money. So, kind of had nothing to lose, feel just get an opportunity with the team, something like that. From where I'm from Troy, Michigan, so local kid, had nothing to really lose. So I was like, figured leave it all out there.
So who have you worked out with? I'm sorry.
So, Coach Herb trained me, Grant Perry, and Brian Monet. So we were working with them, and then I've also been interning with them. Mm-hmm. So kind of like being able to, what they're teaching me on the field, to get ready for pro day, and to kind of see them coach that too. Obviously they're coaching me, but then to be, kind of part of their, like, I guess you could say so-called staff, because I'm more like volunteering, and to see how, what the whole focal point behind the testing and stuff is, I felt really prepared me for here. And like Coach Herb had told me, and Tank had told me, you might not be a pro day all-star, your times and stuff like that, but all you gotta do is go leave it out there, have no regrets, but you're gonna make your money in position work. So I felt really good coming out of the position work. My dad was here and stuff like that, so he said I did really well. And like I was telling him, I kind of had the horse blinders on when I was snapping, just going through it. Adrenaline was going, felt really good. So I know they were filming it, so obviously I'll probably flick that on tomorrow, but I feel like I'm gonna crash, so I'm just gonna go home and relax. But
was it nerve-wracking last night, thinking about today?
Well, yeah. I tried to go to bed between 8:30 and 9. Oh. Ended up not falling asleep till 10. I felt like a kid on Christmas Eve, and then I woke up 5:30 just because I wanted to make sure I got some food in me and it wasn't sitting weird going into everything. But I was like, it was like Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, because it was one of those things that's like, got nothing to lose. So I was excited for that. It was one of those things. Monday I had that anxiety, like the good anxiety of pro day's Friday, like let that thing get here. It was one of those things. Don't have it be here, have it be here, because I just was pumped to just give it that shot.
And did you get a chance to talk to some NFL scouts?
Yeah, so I guess I didn't know this till after, because one of the Steelers coaches, it was actually their special teams coach, was kind of facilitating the drill. Like I had a script, I was going to do 10 short snaps, 4 blocking left, 4 blocking right, and then 4 crosses for punt. So 22 snaps overall. And then he didn't kind of I guess you could call it hijack, but he didn't really, because I was glad that somebody took over, because then I just had to snap and he told me what to do. And I didn't know until after the fact that someone says, that was a Steelers special teams coach, right? I was like, I had my blinders on. I was just, leaving it all out there, nose to the grindstone. So, I talked to him, a little bit after, we're going to send him some film and stuff like that. But
that's pretty cool.
I felt really
Maybe
good.
better that you didn't know that's who he was.
Yeah, and that was the thing is Coach Herb announced, hey, last guy up, Andrew Robinson, long snapper guys, I got set up and just went to work. So
Curious, you went to the Rose Bowl to support your brother.
Mm-hmm.
What was that experience like?
I got goosebumps, you know, because you grow up, you know, like I said, I'm from Troy, you know, Michigan. You're a Midwestern kid, you know. You grow up watching Big Ten versus Pac-12, you know, in the Rose Bowl. So it was kind of, you know, weird wearing. I mean, I didn't wear any Ohio State stuff. I had maize and blue under.